Big thanks to the Small Business Development Center for sponsoring The Vault at 201 North Broadway. The SBDC is an incredible resource for small business owners, offering free one-on-one counseling, business plan support, market research, financial projections, and much more. Whether you're just starting out or looking to grow, they're here to help your business succeed. Reach out to us at bigsky.economicdevelopment.org.
Everybody is under the impression that, hey, let's go train for hunting and let's get jacked and let's eat ribeye steaks. That's a part of what we do. But really, what's most important is the mindset and lifestyle training. Like, I want these guys to be better men.
The following is a Big Sky Economic Development production.
It's Mars B.
And Kavo.
And this is The Vault at 201 North Broadway.
A business podcast
where we bring you entrepreneurs, small business owners, and community leaders of Montana.
You don't want to miss this.
Learn how to better start, manage, and grow your business.
And your leadership style.
Tangible takeaways to save you time and improve whatever it is that you're working on.
You're listening to The Vault.
Joining us today on The Vault is Tyler Geiger, owner and founder of Nock Performance. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're excited. You have a podcast.
I do.
And you record it here, correct?
I record it in this room, yes.
In this same room. So he's another vault goer.
Yeah, so tell us what it's called. We'll just really quick, so if people are like, what's his podcast?
Just Nock Performance Podcast.
Nock Performance.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we talk about everything and anything with everybody.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fun. So, we really like to get started with our episodes, just learning a little bit about our guests.
Yeah, getting to know you a bit more.
Okay.
On where'd you grow up? What was that like?
You want me to start from the beginning?
We do.
From the very
Not
beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm originally from Michigan. That's where I grew up. Spent most of my childhood there and then ended up going to school in Ohio.
Okay. What was growing up in Michigan like?
I had a good childhood for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like lakes or
lakes,
is that what people
lots
do?
of baseball. I played a ton of baseball growing up.
Okay. I could see it now.
yeah,
I could
okay.
see you being a baseballer.
Yeah, is it the hat or what?
I don't know.
The build.
I could just see you holding a bat.
Yeah. No, we played a lot of baseball growing up, so that was the majority of the summers.
Okay.
The I have baseball excuse was made all the time.
Bless your parents, I feel like baseball parents are in it.
Those games can end up being quite long.
It's all the
especially
time.
when you play 80 of them a summer when you're 12.
Yeah.
Like that is a crap load
It's a
of games.
dedication.
It is. So tons of baseball. Played a little bit of college baseball, and then went to school after that in Ohio, just because I didn't want to stay in Michigan, even though it was like an hour and a half.
I'm like, it's not that far.
It was literally like an hour and a half from my dad's house.
But you moved away.
I did.
And so
You got out.
that's the piece.
Yeah. Yep. And then I originally thought, I didn't think I was pretty serious about it. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in school. I was like, I'll study business.
Yeah.
Like, what about business?
I think it's so difficult to ask somebody like what they want to be when they grow up when they haven't experienced life, right?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I don't really know what I would study in the business world. I was like, maybe I'll just be a cop. I was like, I feel like I'd be pretty good at that.
Yeah.
So that's what I ended up studying. And then that's what I ended up doing. I moved down to Nashville, Tennessee after college. And police.
Became a cop in Nashville?
Yeah.
I bet you have some really fun stories.
I do. Yeah, I have quite a bit of stories. I seem to be telling them a lot lately, which is interesting. I haven't talked this much about policing and since I've been done with it, which I guess everybody's curious. But yeah, so I did that for 3 years in Nashville, and then we took a vacation to Bozeman, kind of around COVID. My wife and I were like, we should move here. And then literally 6, 7, 8 months later, we were driving here and we came.
Wow. And did you move to Bozeman or did you move to Billings?
We moved to Billings because I wanted to work here.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yep. And then did the police thing for a couple more years, and then now I do what I do now. So that's
So you were on the police force here in Billings?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
So before we get into some of because we want to talk a little bit about that experience working in Nashville, just being the larger market that it is.
Yeah.
But were there things growing up that kind of led you to even think of, you're like, oh, I could be a cop. That's what I'll go to school for. Were there
when you were little Tyler, where you were like, I'm going to be a cop when I grow up. And then you were like, older Tyler,
Yeah,
Hey.
I'll shoot it to you guys straight. Like when you ask people why they wanted to do policing, they're like, oh, I wanted to make an impact and I wanted to help people. That really wasn't like my thing.
Yeah.
Like, of course, that's a great benefit of doing that job. It's a very honorable job and you do get to have an impact on a lot of people. But that wasn't the reason why I decided to study and why I decided to get that degree and then go do that. I personally didn't know what else I would do. And I genuinely thought that I would be good at it. That's why I chose that profession. And depending on who you talk to, answers may vary. I think that I was pretty good. My coworkers, for the most part, thought that I was pretty good. So it was a great career. I had fun. But yeah, I don't have the cliche answer of, I wanted to. Yeah. But, I mean, that's just me being transparent with you. Yeah. A lot of people will give you that answer because it's the correct answer to give. And with me, it wasn't at the time. It was great, but I was kind of in it thought I'd be pretty good.
Yeah. And so what took you so you were Michigan, Ohio's not too far. I mean, it's all a little bit, Montana's huge, so we're used to driving, which long hours through the same state. But what stood out about Nashville?
Yeah, what brought you down there?
As you were in that area?
It didn't really matter. I just knew that I didn't want to stay in Michigan. And I had been like kind of, because Nashville from where we used to live was like 500 miles. So obviously out here, that's not nothing, right?
I know. We're like, that's.
Yeah. You guys are like, oh, no big deal. If people from where I'm from listen to this, they'd be like, holy crap, that's far. Not for us, right?
Like that's what, 6-hour drive?
Yeah, seven and a half.
Yeah, it depends on how fast you drive.
Exactly. But I was kind of going down there a lot, like a couple times a year, and I had a lot of fun. And I'm a risk taker. I'd rather get old and like, I don't want to get old and be like, I wish I would have tried that. That's like my biggest fear in life.
Don't have any regrets, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, screw it. Maybe if I apply there and they accept me, I'll just move down there. And sure as heck, it ended up working out. I had to go down there a few times for some like interviews and testing and whatever. And it started getting pretty serious. And then they told me like 3 weeks before the academy started, they're like, hey, you're in. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm on it.
So we packed our stuff and
found
you had an apartment.
Met your wife at this point already?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I had not met my wife at that point. I met my wife a few months after I moved down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For whatever reason, she was digging the bald head. We had to shave our heads. And
oh man.
Yeah, it was interesting. So she knew me for the longest time with like out any hair. She's like, what do you look like with hair? I'm like showing her pictures. She's like, I think I like you bald. And I was like, I don't know, like big eyebrows and a bald head. Like, I don't know if that's the best look going, but she was all for it. So we made it happen. And
you're like, well, if she can love me like this, then I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. So
what was it like living in Nashville?
It was great. It's great now. When you do that profession, you get a very skewed perception.
You get a different look at it.
You do. So I had a really hard time, even here, even in this town, seeing the beauty in the town and the beauty in the people.
The crimes.
You're very jaded.
Yeah.
And I was always jaded. That's why I left. I was like, man, Nashville's a dump. I hate this place. There's so much crime here, this, that, and the third.
But you loved it before, and that's what brought you down there. Isn't that crazy?
And now I love it. Now that I don't work there, I'm like, I would move back there for sure.
Yeah.
I totally would. We need to get back, like as we speak, we need to get back there and like visit some friends and stuff. But definitely very, very busy. It is eye-opening. There's stuff going on. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, and depending on how graphic you want to get, I can tell you some stories, but yeah, there's some real criminals there. There's tons of gangs. There's a lot of shootings. There's car thefts. There's bad things happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you think of Nashville, you think of what? Broadway?
You think of, the main street music. With all the bars and
Grand Ole Opry, country music.
Country music. Drinking beers with your girlfriends, whatever it might be.
Should I have been like super scared when I was walking everywhere?
if you get off that main block, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You get off that main block any direction a few miles and you're kind of not where you're supposed to be. Yeah.
So you're a very fit individual. Was that something that was part of your Nashville routine of like kind of what you do now a little bit just for yourself individually?
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, with what I do now, I coach guys, right? So I don't have one of those stories where I was 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight.
I would not think that of you at all.
And realize that, hey, I wasn't leading my life the correct way. I got to make a change, and I lost all this weight, and now I coach people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that story. A ton of people are on that journey literally as we speak. And a lot of them are working under my umbrella, which is fantastic. That's just not my story. I had a really good strength and conditioning coach when I was in school, high school. And I literally talked to him yesterday. His name's Adam Taylor. He played professional baseball. I'm great friends with his kid. I'm friends with his wife. He's like my second dad. But he like instilled like the discipline and the working out and the mindset at that age. And I never lost that. When I went to school, I stayed on it. When I got out of school, I stayed on it. Now I have an excuse to stay in shape being a police officer, right? That's a huge piece of the puzzle. So I just never lost it. I never got off of it. And
that's really cool.
that's just my story, right? I mean, people are different. You see people that you probably were friends with at one point, they get married and have a few kids and you're like, holy crap, like you got comfortable, right? Like you in a polite way, right? Like, holy smokes, you kind of let it slide a little bit. That just hasn't been me, and you know, it is what it is, I guess. So,
but I think to have that person at a young age, I think we all have those throughout our life that impact us in one way or another, that help shape kind of the direction we end up taking. So you're in Nashville for a little bit, then you guys, I'm curious, like with COVID, did you drive, like just like a little question, did you fly or drive?
We flew.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't even supposed to come here. We were supposed to go to Florida like every other Midwesterner.
Yeah.
You know,
just there. Stunning.
You were there.
Yeah, I was just there.
First time or?
Well, I was in Destin for the first time. I'd been to Orlando.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So we were supposed to go, but literally everything got shut down because of COVID. And like we were calling the bars that we knew to go to and the restaurants and everything else. And no dice over here. We're like, shoot, I guess we're going to have to can this vacation. So we waited till like August. My wife's like, where do you want to go? And I was like, I have no idea. Let's go somewhere we've never been. She's like, well, where's that? I was like, I've never been to Montana. She's like, me neither. And she's like, what's there? I was like, no idea. I heard it's pretty there. But I love hunting so secretly. Like I knew why I was coming.
You're like, I'm scoping this out.
She knew that too secretly. But yeah, we came and we had a great 7 or 10 day vacation, and it wasn't really like it was here in Nashville or Florida. Like things were pretty open. You didn't see a lot of masks rolling around. People were just kind of doing their thing. And we really appreciated that.
Montana's a very independent state.
And I would say even those rural, I mean, I cover a 9-county region, and some of our counties, like they might have done it for like 3 days and they were like, screw this. And they just opened back up and just decided to do their own thing.
It was great. Yeah, it was very refreshing because I remember the first time, I think we got back, and then I remember the first time that my wife and I like went out to eat in Nashville during COVID. They started opening a few things, and it literally felt like we were breaking the law. We were outside on a patio. We haven't been out in like half a year. We're like, this is so weird. Like we used to do this all the time, and now we're doing our thing, and it just felt like we were doing illegal things. It was so strange, but what a crazy time. Anyways.
So you come, you visit, and then you're like...
We just like hiked, and what did we do?
Did you go to Yellowstone?
We did go to Yellowstone. Yep. I vlogged it. What did we do? We went to Yellowstone. We went on like a bunch of other random hikes. We didn't really do like a bunch of crazy stuff. We just like kicked it.
Yeah.
And just explored and drove around. And I like driving. I really do. And here it's like the best driving because we actually rented a car that pretty much drove itself. It wasn't a Tesla, but that was great because I was like the lucky Lou looking out the window the whole time, which was, it was beautiful. We've never been here. So, yeah, we just drove around and just went on random hikes and restaurants, and it was fun.
I still find myself, I just drove to Helena a few weeks ago, and I look out the window, I'm like, man, I live here.
You live
like,
here.
Isn't that crazy to think? Like, I get to see this. And yeah, I mean, I would say I don't think we take it for granted. I think it still catches all of us when we're driving through the state.
That's good. I'm still the guy, like if I go hunting with a buddy that's been from here, I'm like, yo, hold up. Like I'm the guy who like takes my camera off my backpack or my phone and I take a picture of the sunset. Like I'm still that guy because it's just drop dead gorgeous here.
Oh, and then when we get the like purpley pink sunsets,
my goodness.
Those are some of my favorites.
Yes. Yeah. Same. The Northern Lights and the it's incredible.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man.
It's incredible.
So you said you vlogged it and you have a camera. I know you have a podcast and some other things which we'll get into. So where did you pick up some of those skills?
I wouldn't necessarily call them skills. I'm still, Yeah, I'm still learning. I have quite a few friends now from like doing the podcast. One of them is a kid who's originally from Deer Lodge. His name's Kobe Owens, who does like content creation. He's, in my opinion, the best photographer in this state, the best videographer. Like, he's legit. And he's only like 24, 25. So I actually had him on the pod, and then I hired him for like 13 days. I was like, hey, will you come document this hunt with me? And that was the first time we ever actually met in person. He pulls up next to my truck, and we spent 13 days together and had a blast. And I ended up seeing like his finished product from all of that. And I'm like, dude, I have a really fancy camera, but I have no idea how to use this thing. So he like taught me how to use it and edit photos. And I don't know. I think it's fun being able to tell a story. I like documenting things. I'm getting more into video just with everyday life, but photos and taking like photography it's been a fun hobby. I just like looking back on memories because they're all, in your brain, but it's fun to show people down the road and about to be a daddy. So like having these things documented will all get shown to him at some point. And, your dad was a pretty cool cat at one point back in the day. So.
He documented it for you.
Exactly.
Just for you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, so that's a big decision to decide to move. So tell us about coming out to Montana to move here. Like, did you have a job, or did you come and then you got the job?
Well, I knew that we weren't just going to move. I had to get a job. So not doing any research at all, I just applied to the biggest department in the state, which is obviously like a block from where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yep. And they accepted me, and I was like, okay, great, we're coming. So I gave Nashville 2 weeks, and we sold our house. We lived in an Airbnb for like 2 months here before we could actually close on our house. And yeah, we just literally packed it up, spent 10 grand to get our shit here, and took way less money to work here. But it was totally worth it in the end. It didn't work out for me career wise here, but that's fine because I'm doing what I'm doing now. But yeah, it was definitely a big step. My wife wasn't totally on board, but was on board because she knew that this was something that I really wanted to do. And she supported that, quit her job, which was a really killer job at the time. And yeah, we just kind of put our chips on the table and did it.
So is she from Tennessee?
No, she's from Ohio.
Okay.
But we met in Nashville.
Fun.
Yeah, we actually met on a plane. It's a pretty wild story.
We might have to get into that too.
Yeah,
I love a wild plane story.
Yeah.
I've heard a few of those. So you said it didn't, so you got here, you got settled, you worked a little bit with the Billings PD, and then what led you to start Nock Performance?
Well, I had originally started a podcast in October of 21 while I was working for the police here. It wasn't called what it's called now. It was basically an excuse for me and another friend at the time. We love hunting, and we hunted a lot together. So we're like, hey, we should just do an episode once a week and just do like what we're doing now and just talk business. Or we were talking hunting, obviously. That was like our thing. And it didn't end up working out with him. We were like 20 episodes in or whatever. And I'm stuck with this show. I have a whole like sweet studio in my basement that we built out. I'm like, well, he's gone, but I really enjoy doing this. This is fun. I could do this by myself, but I don't just want to get on a microphone and stare at a laptop by myself. That's that's weird for me. So I was like, I could just leverage social media and find somebody interesting like Kobe, the guy I referred to a little bit ago, and just interview people. And that's what I started doing. And I literally have 2 this week. Like, I'm still doing it. It's 2025.
So it's 4 years now you've been doing one?
Yeah. Yep. And I ended up kind of rebranding that podcast into Nock Performance. And then I decided that I wanted to start coaching guys and kind of put that coaching already underneath that umbrella and that brand. So it kind of just all worked out like that.
Where'd you come up with the name?
Another friend of mine at the time, we were literally just spitballing, driving home from the mountains one day. And we're like, hey, I need to rebrand this thing. What could it be? It was originally called Montana Knocks, as in like an arrow knock.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to keep the knock aspect of things, but I knew that I wanted to coach. So the performance just kind of came. And as soon as we said it, we're like, yeah, that's it.
What were you just working out with a friend and you were like, oh, I could definitely coach people? Or how did that come to be? Because I know you've been in fitness.
Yep.
It seems like your whole entire life.
Yep.
But yeah.
And all my friends knew that, like those friends that we kind of were lightly jabbing at, the guys who maybe get comfortable type of thing, they always knew that I wasn't that guy. So they would come to me and be like, yo, can you make me some workouts? I'm like, yeah, no problem. What do you need? I just want to lose 20 pounds. Okay. Yeah, sure. So I would literally just like write stuff out in like my notes on my phone and take screenshots and just send it to them. And then they started, like another buddy would come and then another buddy would come and
you're like, I should charge for this.
And they're starting to lose weight and they're starting to like get in better shape and their wives are obviously extremely happy. I'm like, they're liking it. I'm really good at this. I know exactly what I'm doing. I could probably make money doing this. So that's kind of when the brand thing, like rebranding the podcast and then deciding, hey, I'm actually going to coach people. So I bought all the stuff that I needed to do. I spent $7,000 on a coaching class to get like certificates and all this fancy stuff that nobody honestly cares about. And I guess you can call it investing in yourself, right? That's a hot term these days.
Yes.
And yeah, I was like, hey, I could charge $200 a month for doing this. Obviously I don't now, but you got to start somewhere. And I remember signing my first ever stranger for like 3 months. He paid me in full $600. I ran upstairs, told my wife, I was like, this guy has no idea who I am. He doesn't know that I'm that he's my first client. I was like, I think I can do this. I know I can do this. I just got a random dude off the street.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. From Helena, actually.
I'm from Helena.
His name's, do you know who Kelly Sandifer is?
No.
Anyway, shout out Kelly Sandifer. He was my first client. And I was like, holy crap, I think I can.
I'm sorry, Kelly, if I do know you.
It's like, holy crap, I think I can do this, right? And then that's just kind of where it snowballed. And then you get the next, and then you get the next. You adjust your pricing. You make your stuff better. You figure out how to market the whole 9 yards. And yeah, it just literally started with my buddies. And then, hey, I could probably do this. Knew that I didn't want to do policing forever. Stopped that, went all in. And just started getting random people off the street to work with me.
I have 2 questions for you. So one, you mentioned that you invested in yourself on the certificates and things in order to just add credibility, right? So then those people off the street just know, hey, this person does have the skills to do the thing. What was the most valuable investment you've made in yourself?
It's not even really like a financial investment. It was just confidence. Like, if you don't believe in what you're trying to do, how can I expect you to believe in what I'm doing?
So you just grew the confidence to be able to do the thing.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And that's been the whole thing from the start. I've been nothing but myself. Everybody knows that. If I see BS, I call BS. Like,
you're genuine.
I'm very genuine. If I mess up or if I fail, I'm the first person to share that story, maybe on a podcast, and people can relate to that.
Yeah.
So it's just been a whole lot of honesty and transparency, and then just confidence and belief in like, hey, this is a really good opportunity for you. I won't let you down.
Oh, nice.
You should work with me.
So tell us, what does that, so the coaching, it just started to progress, but tell us like how you coach some, like what is that package?
It just depends.
So if someone's like, I want to work with this guy, let's walk through what does it depend on?
So I'll tell everybody the same thing. They'll start asking questions like, hey, what do you think this is going to look like for me? X, Y, and Z. I'm like, John, I have no idea what it's going to look like for you, dude, because I haven't built it yet for you. Like, I need to know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve.
All custom.
It is. Yeah. So are you trying to gain muscle? Are you trying to lose 50 pounds? Do you want a better gas tank to go hunt and climb these mountains in September? I need to know exactly what it is that you're trying to do. And then I need to know what kind of equipment that you have. Yeah. Are you going to a traditional gym? Do you have a garage gym set up? How much time do you have? Are we doing 5 days a week, 30-minute sessions? Are we doing hour-long sessions? Because I'm not going to make a workout that's 90 minutes when they tell me they only have 45 minutes on a Monday.
Do you have a questionnaire that you do, or do you have just a consultation?
Somewhat. Yeah, it's more consultations, though. We'll get on the phone for an hour, and then I'll have them fill out a short form after that, which is basically a series of questions I've already asked them. So it's completely different for all the guys.
Yeah.
You know, it is. There's no copy and paste. What works for Adam might not work for John, because Adam's 260 and John's 180.
Yeah.
Right? Like it just, and that's a great way for me to separate myself in the field. you guys all have Instagram, I'm sure. And like you see all these trainers and
do this and you'll be the skinniest person alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just not me. It's like, no, I'd love to work with you for a year.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be here for 3 months, we can make a tiny bit of progress, but you're not going to lose 50 pounds in 3 months, dude.
Are you only training men?
Yep. And I'm very transparent with that because I'll be completely honest. I would have no idea how to train either two of you.
Oh, okay.
Like go hit the squat rack, like I don't know. Like what
girls train differently.
Do. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Like my wife, she works around her menstrual cycle and hormones are a whole different deal. And I can't communicate with y'all like I can communicate with Adam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I can because you guys are cool, but like guys talk like guys sometimes.
Yes,
right?
garage talk, right?
It's garage talk. It's locker room talk. Exactly. You're so
different.
Right.
Yeah, we don't.
You're so right with that. Right. So yeah, could I? Absolutely. I could probably hire a female coach and do that, but that's just not my brand. And it's just, I wouldn't know how to communicate with y'all.
That's okay. I mean, you've set yourself up for what you do best, and that's where you'll really thrive versus trying to set yourself. That's not the quality that you want, right? Like you're
Correct.
like, I don't know all these different pieces to be able to train, a woman. So I'll just stick with what I know.
Yeah.
But then you could, refer them over to other people.
And that's what I do. Because I get women that go on my website quite frequently and book calls with me, and I'll see a call from Rachel on my calendar tomorrow. I'll be like, I'm assuming that's not a guy. So I'll text Rachel. Hey,
you never know though.
Yeah, you do. I'll text Rachel. Hey, I really appreciate you, shooting me a message. I noticed you booked a call. Being honest with you, I don't train women, but if this is something you're serious about, I know a couple of really good women coaches that'll take care of you. Are you interested? And I'll refer them. And then whatever happens after that, happens after that.
Are you all over, do you service just this area or are you all over the United States?
I'm all over the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. I got guys in Canada too, which is
nice.
really cool. It's funny because we always make fun of them in our group calls because they all sound the same. So I'm serious.
Canadians.
They all sound the same. If I didn't have their numbers stored like with their names, I'd be like, who the heck is this?
Which one is it?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. You just said the training calls, but what does that coaching look like? So if it is a year that they're coming on, are you Zooming with them or do you just kind of check in? How do you check in with them? Give us those details.
Yeah. So for example, we're doing this pod. I'm imagining it'll probably go around an hour. I might check my phone after this and I might have 3 texts from maybe Gio, Sean, and Adam. Hey, you got 10 minutes to talk? Yeah. I drop what I'm doing and then I check in on them because they're going to need something. We'll do one-on-ones every other week. And then so it's bi-weekly on a Sunday. On the other Sundays, we'll do group calls. So I'll get all the guys under one umbrella and we'll all learn from each other and talk there.
Cool.
Yeah.
On Zoom?
Yeah.
So you guys can see each other, get to know, like you have a nice community that you're building.
Yeah. The community it's incredible. Like when I say I've been able to build this, that's like total fraud. Like that's a total lie. It's because of all the people that have trusted in what I'm doing is why the community is what it is. Of course, it's my brand and it's my business, right? But without the people that believe in it, it would just be still a podcast and a pipe dream.
Yeah. Did you stay with the police department for a while while starting training business?
While I was doing my friends, yeah. Like I wasn't even charging them.
Yeah. And then when you've got some paying clients, is that when you're like, I'm going to get out of the police department? No. No, I wasn't even invested in that course I was telling you about. Oh, okay. When you departed.
And then when I left the department, I was like, I don't want to go work at Lowe's. Like I could go downtown and be a bouncer. I've done that before. That's fun, but $12 an hour doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
I don't need to be getting in fights.
Yeah.
I could start my own business, but like what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do this.
So how quickly did you turn the wheels then from exiting the police department and then jumping into this?
I was probably enrolled in that course within 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So fairly fast.
Yeah.
And then when did your first paying customer come in?
Probably a week or 2 after that.
Oh, wow.
Because everybody is they're set on followers and they're set on social media and they're set on this and they're set on that. You can't be successful unless you have 100K in followers. That's so far from the truth. People invest in the person more than the product. They do.
And how many of those are real followers or are they just
right.
robotic? Do you know what I mean?
No, I know
I have to
exactly.
go every
waiting,
time someone likes the vault thing. If it's like a weird, I block it. Because I'm like, no, we don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so, social media is like, we could talk about that for hours. It's so funny to me because, I mean, I could probably have 50,000 followers on my page if I wanted to sell my soul to the internet. But I don't. All of my people that follow me are genuinely interested in me and the people here, and they're all organic. It's all organic traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, which I pride myself on.
Yeah,
which is I don't
which
care.
is amazing.
Yeah, I don't care how many followers I have. That's not real life.
So so with the training that you do, is it also nutritional training and like dietitian kind of work as well?
Yeah, so I'll tell everybody I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not. I'll give them customized macros, not the internet's calculations, but mine based on their height, weight, age, how much calories they're burning throughout the day. And then obviously, what their goals are. If John's trying to gain 20 pounds, he's going to be eating a little bit more than Jake, who's trying to lose 50. Right. And if they follow this protocol, they're going to hit their goals. They will. And then I'll give guys healthy plate options. I'll send them dozens of pictures of meals that I've prepped in the past just to get their minds working, right? Like they'll present these photos to their wife. Hey, this looks like a great option for dinner. This looks like a great option for lunch or breakfast. So I'm really hands-on with nutrition. That's 80% of what fitness is. If you eat like crap, you can work out 7 days a week. You're not going to look good or feel good. That's the biggest piece of the whole puzzle.
Yeah. And so are these guys, like your shirt's fun, like you're very branded, which is great. Are a lot of them hunters? Because that seems to be a huge passion of yours. So talk to us a little bit about that kind of community.
The majority of them are. Yeah, probably 90% of them. Yeah, but I'm coaching a lot more cops now, which is great. And the majority of those guys hunt. Coaching a lot of firefighters. I coach guys that work freaking oil rigs in Alaska. The majority of them are hunters though. Yeah, it's we were all athletes at one point, right? Like I'm sure you played volleyball or tennis or whatever it might be in high school, anything.
We didn't have tennis where I grew up, but yeah, I see your point.
I chose not to do sports.
Okay. Well, maybe you were a great chess player. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I baked.
Hey,
That's the opposite.
There we go. Regardless, when guys get out of school, they don't really have like a great reason to stay in shape. And a majority of these guys love hunting. Even the guys that don't live out west, guys like me from Michigan, always wanted to come out here and hunt. Well, it's not as simple as just like pulling the car over and then seeing an elk on the side of the road and like going to get them.
Sure isn't.
It's like, no, you see that giant ass mountain over there? Yeah, you need to hike up there and over it, and then like you can start hunting. It's like, oh wow, that's 5 miles away with 2,000 feet of vert. Yeah. So.
And then you have to, if you get it, then you have to haul it out.
Now the game starts. Yeah, now the game actually starts.
Yeah.
Now it's real.
Yeah.
Right. So what was your question? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, just, talking about like the clients and exactly what you're talking about. Like all of those things that you're training them for. Sometimes it's just to, like you said, lose 50 pounds, or maybe it is to train them so that they aren't going to maybe have a heart attack or something when they're out hiking through the woods to get whatever. Yeah. I'm not a huge
This is
person,
our excuse now to train.
Yeah.
It is.
Like to reach a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because guys will be like, man, I'm going hunting for 2 weeks. I'm going to miss my workouts. I'm like, dude, no, that's why you're here. Like, go hunt. Because I'm not going to be here next week either. You're going to be taken care of, but I'm gone. Like, that's why we do these things. To go out there and have fun and not like just be completely killed after 3 days of hiking. Like, you should be able to, log 10 miles a day. That's why you're here.
So tell us a little bit about what you've learned individually as you've been coaching these people over the past 4 or 5 years.
What have I learned?
Yeah, just as a coach, because you're their coach.
I am.
Owner, coach, CEO, entrepreneur,
hunter.
Everybody has their own set of needs, and you need to tailor like their program to them. It's funny, like everybody is under the impression that, hey, let's go train for hunting and let's get jacked and let's eat ribeye steaks. Yeah, that's a part of what we do. But really, what's most important is the mindset and lifestyle training. Like, I want these guys to be better men. I want them to be better husbands. I want them to be better daddies. I want them to be better sons. We talk about stuff like that. I don't know if you've listened to my show at all, but we don't tell high school war stories on there. What makes you tick? How are you getting better? Like, talk to me about life. So that's a lot of guys come here not knowing that they're lacking in areas mentally. So we really tap into that. So that's what I've learned. All these guys they're great guys, but some of them don't know what they need until they kind of get here. And then we talk and I get to know them as men and see like what makes them tick. Or, dude, you're going to miss workouts. I understand that, but why'd you miss the workout? Did you go to your son's baseball practice, or were you just not feeling it today? There's a huge difference. I want you to go to your son's baseball practice, but I don't want you to miss the workout because you didn't sleep well last night. That's an excuse. So those kind of micro decisions translate into other areas of life. So
Yeah,
that's really what I've learned is little minute decisions like, hey, let's get 10,000 steps today. Hey, let's drink a gallon of water today. Those things aren't hard to do, but you need to be cognizant of them if you're going to reach 10K, right? I'm at 6,300. I'm going to make it today.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it because I'm going to go home after this and I'm going to go on a walk with my wife tonight. I'll make it. But if I was at 2,000 and I have 3 calls today, I would take those calls walking around this building.
I think I've seen you taking calls walking around
I'm sure
the
you
building.
have because I'm trying to get my steps. But
setting the tone, setting the example.
Exactly. Little BS decisions like that might lead to, I don't really want to take the trash out, but like I need to take the trash out. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't want to get the steps. I'm at 7,500 and I just ate dinner. You could walk around the block one time with your dog and be there.
Yep.
It's little stuff like that.
Walk. It's funny you mentioned that. I had one of my little cousins, she's 8 this past weekend, and we're Catholic, so it's Lent. So I'm like, oh, like what'd you give up for Lent? And she's like, no excuses. And I was like, dang girl, like you're 8. Whoa, amazing. Okay, let's go. And I was like, tell me more. Like, tell me what you mean by that. And she kind of like went into it. Her parents are very like articulate. Like she's such a little genius, but I was like, okay. And it just reminds me of that. But like at 8, she's like, no excuses. And I was like, okay, let's go.
That kid's going to be somebody.
Yeah, she is. Oh, she is.
She's got the sass to be somebody.
Seriously?
Oh, it's a different one. Yeah, it's the other one. Yeah, the red hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's a redhead on top of it.
Curly red hair. She's stunning.
Future president right
she
there.
is.
She was your flower girl, right?
Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
But I just think it's like, that just reminds me of like, what is that excuse that we tell ourselves of why we didn't do something?
Yeah.
And like what you say is extremely important, like out loud into the universe, but the conversations you have inside your head are equally as important.
Negative self-talk.
It's huge. It's huge because that stuff like that compounds on top of each other. If you don't think something's going to happen, or you don't think that you're going to have a successful podcast or get the next business deal or whatever, dude, you're right. It's not going to happen.
You're putting it out there.
It's not going to happen. That's a big thing. So
you seem like you're very disciplined, obviously. So tell us about like a week with Tyler, like just you individually. Like I know you have calls and other things, but like what are some of those like routine things that you're very disciplined in?
I'll just give you a day. How's that?
That's great. I didn't want to just pinhole you to a day, but yeah, we'll take a day.
Every day, honestly, with me is pretty freaking similar. I'm a routine guy. If I don't have a routine, I get a little bit cuckoo.
Me too. Yeah.
Cuckoo. So I'll get up. Are you?
I just think it's funny.
Are you
I'm
joking?
the same. No, I'm the same way.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'll get up right around 5. I'll usually do like the cold tub.
Okay. A cold plunge.
Which sucks. My cold tub cracked though, so that's kind of out of commission. So I'll do that, and then we have like a little red light therapy like machine upstairs in our nook. So I'll go up there, I'll turn that on. Maybe I'll stretch a little bit. I'll read a page or 2 in the Bible. Then I'll read like a personal book, whatever I'm reading at the time. So that's like 20 minutes, and then I'll make my coffee, and then I'll go right to the gym. So I'll only be there like an hour. I'm not like a big 2-3 hour guy. I think that's a complete overkill.
At the gym.
Yeah. I know what I need to do.
Do you work out at home or do you work out at a gym?
Usually at the gym.
What gym do you go to?
I go to Granite.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
I like Granite, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. So I'll hit Granite for like 60 minutes. My wife usually comes, and every day we walk in, we're like, 60 minutes? Yep, 60 minutes. See you at the front. And then I just do my thing, whatever that is for the day. Then I'll come home, shower, and then I come here.
Cool.
And then whatever the day brings me is whatever the day brings me. Maybe it's a podcast that I have to do. Maybe it's 4 sales calls with guys. Maybe it's scheduling workouts. Maybe it's marketing. Maybe it's social media stuff. It's always social media stuff. That's a huge piece of the puzzle, as I'm sure you guys know.
Super important as a business owner. You have to put the time into that.
Yes. And we have a bunch of people getting coached up in the other room, which is fantastic, I think. Forget that lady's name.
Oh, Sandra Gephardt.
She's pretty squared away.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
She's
knows what
really good.
She's awesome.
she knows what she's talking about. I went the other day. So yeah, I'll just pretty much do whatever the day, like whatever the business brings me. And yeah, I'll go home. And my biggest thing is I struggle to turn it off. Like I am a workaholic because this, to me, it's not work. Like I really have fun doing this. I really love what I do. I don't think a lot of people can say that, but I'm one of the people that can, and I'm very blessed by that. So when 5, 6 o'clock rolls around, I try to make it a point to take my phone, put it on airplane mode, and put it face down on the counter, and then feed into my wife. Like my wife's 34 weeks pregnant. I need to ask how her day went. I need to ask how our boy's doing. I need to feed into her completely. She asks how my day went. We'll talk about it for 5 minutes, and then I don't want to bring it up anymore. Some days I'm a rock star. Other days I catch myself on our 20-minute walks talking about the call that I had with Joe, or I signed this client, or I have this podcast. Like that time is past. Start again tomorrow. Shut it off. Be a husband. So that's something I'm working on, especially because I'm going to be a dad in 6 weeks. So
yeah, which is exciting.
Yeah, there's a lot more to life than business, which I'm trying to find that balance.
The balance.
Let me know when you do, because I kind of struggle sometimes too with that.
And
so
you all let me know if you guys do too, because I'll take all the help I can get.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So tell me, so you talked a little bit about nutrition too, and we like talking about food. So let's talk about like, how are you meal prepping? Because you talked a little bit about sending photos to your guys. Like, what are you doing in the food realm?
So with me, I'm a little bit different, and I'm always hesitant to share what I do because people might try to take what I do and think it's going to work in their life. Chances are it's probably not going to. So I'm extremely low carbohydrate just because it makes me feel sluggish and foggy mentally, and I just don't function very well off of it. So I'll eat usually 2 big meals a day. I'll have my lunch. I don't eat before noon. And it's a pretty big meal. So some sort of protein, a lot of it, and then maybe like a little bit of vegetables, cheese, honey, like salt. And that's like a pretty darn big meal, probably like 12, 13, 1400 calories. Like I crush it. And then I'll have like a small snack during the day at like 3, and then we won't eat dinner till like 6 or 7. And then I'll pretty much kind of repeat that dinner like a huge meal. And then that's it for me. But I know that that's like right around 25 to 2700 calories, which is what I need. I don't track my food. I've been doing this a long time. I know kind of where I'm at. So yeah, I'm not very exciting. And then on Saturdays, I'll let it hang, and I'll eat whatever I want. Yeah,
Got to have that
exciting
balance.
day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you guys cook dinner together? Do you and your wife?
Every night.
Fun.
Yeah. I cook pretty much every night. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
We like to cook.
Yeah.
I mean, like
we do too.
Yeah.
And then when my wife decides she does want to cook, whatever she decides to work up is always really good. Something that I wouldn't. It's like, yeah, we're having steaks. Like, you know what I mean? So she'll make like an
steaks.
She'll make like an actual dish. Like it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is half the time, but it's really good.
You eat it and happy about it.
Yeah.
How do you balance pushing your clients to their limits while ensuring that they don't burn out or give up?
Great question. There's a great way on the app that we use for so I can get feedback. So you'll do the lower body session today, and at the end, the app will ask you, how was that on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of difficulty? I don't want you at a 10. I also don't want you at a 4.
Yeah.
Like I want to sit you right between like a 6 and an 8 every single day, where you're getting a fantastic workout in, you're getting your heart rate up, you're burning calories, you're sweating, a little out of breath. That's fantastic. But once a week, I'll have you like maybe at like a 9 or like a 10. Because I feel like it's kind of important to empty the tank maybe once a week.
Yeah.
And then I just need feedback. Like if guys don't communicate with me, I can't help them.
You don't know what's going on.
I can't help them. So if they're lying to me every single day, hey, that workout was a 9, Okay, well, I'm going to bump it down from that next week because I want to sit you between a 6 and an 8. But you lied to me. It's not really a 9 for you. It's a 6. So now I make my adjustments and now it's a 4.
Yeah.
In retrospect, which is like, you're here, man. This is whatever you want it to be. I'm going to take care of you. I'm never going to tell you no.
Yeah.
But I can't help you unless you help me help you. I'm not going to the gym with you. I'm not. Dude, you live in freaking Tennessee. I'm in Montana. That's a long way away.
Yeah.
Right? So I just need guys to be honest with me. If they're feeling gas, I'll give them a couple of days off. You know, some guys do 4 days a week. Some guys do 5 days a week. At the end of the day, you have 7 days to get 5 workouts in.
I love that you survey them kind of after every workout.
I need the data.
Yeah.
I need the data. That's why when they first join, I got a couple of guys starting this next Monday. We call it week 0. I don't even charge them for that.
Oh, wow.
It's free because I don't know if what I prescribe you is going to just break you off. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But I need to know.
Yeah.
So be extremely honest with me the first week 0. Because if it's a 10, dude, I need to dial it back. I don't want you at a 10.
How do you get them comfortable to be vulnerable with you?
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dudes aren't going to spill their guts 3 weeks into the program.
Probably not.
Well, and I would assume guys would be even harder to get to be vulnerable.
It is. But there's a couple people underneath this umbrella that are, I guess you can say, well known on Instagram, at least in our hunting community. And when those guys speak up in these calls, that holds value
Yeah.
and a lot of weight. So that might make the 24-year-old from Maryland want to pipe up and share a little bit about his experience.
Yeah.
You know, because he feels comfortable. It's like, if this guy's doing it,
I can't say it because I'm thinking
I can speak up, right? So again, our words hold a lot of value and a lot of weight. And it's just like, you got to be here a little bit. I'm not going to tell you everything about my life right from the rip.
Yeah.
Like, get to know me a little bit. I want to get to know you and I want to know about your wife. I want to know about your kids, your job. What are your dreams? Stuff like that. And I always crack them.
I would expect nothing less from you. Yeah.
I always crack them.
So have you had any, like, and maybe not, I hope not for you, but have you had any clients you've had to like fire sort of? Yeah.
Yup, sure have.
And tell us about that.
I want to work with people who know what they want when they want it. Like, there is expectations here. There is. I guess I can take your money all day long, but I don't want it or need it. You're paying your hard-earned money. Match my energy. This is for you. This ain't got nothing to do with me, dude. I'm in great shape. I know what I'm doing. You don't. That's why you're here. Buy in. Tyler, how can you do this full time? You've only been doing it 2 years. 2 reasons. The guys that work here get results. That's huge. That's a reflection of the company. And I'm really good at it. Just listen to me.
I'll help you get to where you need to go.
I'll help you go. I'll help you get there. Dude, I know you're not going to make every workout. I'm not an idiot. I know that you're not going to track every freaking thing you put in your mouth. I'm not dumb. Just match my energy a little bit. Give me 80%. Give me 90%. Get a little bit better this week than you were last week. And you're going to be fine. I don't want perfection. I just need progression. It's not brain surgery. It's not.
Yeah. And it's okay. Like, not everybody's going to be your clients, because you're going to have those people that are going to reach out because they're like, oh, today I want to lose weight.
Of course.
But next week, no, I don't
Next
care
week
about
I'm
it
eating
anymore.
that, yeah.
Of course.
And it's okay to say, hey, I just don't think this is going to be a good fit for us.
Yeah.
Because then you can put your energy into the people that are actually wanting to be there.
And
Because, they say that 80-20, right? Just like working out and eating is the same as the 20% that require more of your attention are the ones that are actually time sucks.
And I vet them as best as I can. Like, obviously I used to get paid to do that for a living, so I'm a pretty good judge of character, but I've missed.
Yeah.
I think a guy might be perfect, and then we're 3 weeks into the program and he's done 3 workouts. Dude, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, save your money. Like, I'll help you, man, but you gotta meet me.
Yeah.
Meet me somewhere, because I put a lot of time into you. It's not fun for me if I'm coming up with all these fantastic ideas for you because you need to lose 30 pounds and you don't want to buy in.
So tell me a little bit. So are you a team of one? Do you have others that are kind of helping you do, because you do the podcast, you're doing the coaching and coming up with all of that? Do you have a team, or is it just you?
I'm building a team.
Cool.
Yeah. People that help me with social media and stuff like that. I can't do it all. I really can't. there's a lot of people that depend on me, and I got no problem paying somebody to help me out. I pay really good, but I need to be able to trust you, and I need to be able to count on you. Like if you tell me you're going to do something, just
Do it.
do it. Like, I mean,
I know.
like you don't have to be perfect, but like, don't tell me it's going to be done on Thursday and then Saturday rolls around and it's not done. If you need to push it back, call me. Tell me you need to push it back. Perfect. So
Just communicating.
I'm super hands-on. If you guys couldn't tell, like I'm very type A. I have a hard time letting.
We're both type A, so we get it.
Yeah, I have a really hard time of letting go of control. I want things to look a certain way in a certain time frame, and like that's how I want it.
But that's what makes Nock Performance.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And
The attention to detail, the little things
yeah,
that make the bigger system run.
Yeah. So the few guys that I do have helping out are like out of this world fantastic. Yeah, I was talking to one of them the other day. I had him on speakerphone, and I was like, I think I have the nicest, hardest working, sweetest dude ever in the world that works for me. And I told my wife that because we were like, he was being such a sweetheart and just like telling us these stories. And I was like, hey, I need you to do this, and that. He's like, I've already done it. I'm like,
Great.
yeah, do you want to raise? You know what I mean? Like,
What can I do for you?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So have you, or is it in the works, or is it not, to maybe do like where you bring everyone in for like a weekend, something like
great.
that?
A retreat or something.
Great question. So we had,
Or a hunt, the Nock hunt?
yeah,
Oh,
right.
there you go.
There you go. There was like in our hunting industry, I hate using that term because I don't really want to be a part of that. It's just kind of weird, but anyways, I guess I kind of am, whether I like it or not. They do like, I guess you can call them like trade shows.
Yep.
Like in the winter after like the fall's over and
Hunting season's done, yeah.
Exactly. And there was one, it was the Western Hunt Expo in Salt Lake City. So I had like 10 or 11 guys that were going to that work with me. I'm like, shoot, I guess I should probably go to this thing.
Yeah.
I was like, heck, I'm going to rent out a gym and I'm going to host a workout. And then I'm going to bring 5 strangers off the street for like a giveaway, and we're going to have a good time. And so that's what we did.
Cool.
And it was like awesome. Like the whole thing's on YouTube. Kobe, the guy I was talking to you about, gave me like a bro deal and charged me basically like a fraction of his real price to make the video and get all the content. And like I met a lot of these guys for the first time. It was sick. We talk all the time, but like I've never shaken your hand.
Yeah.
I don't know your wife. I don't know your kids. So that gave me the itch. I want to do more hands-on type events like that. So next year we're going to do like a 2 or 3 day camp.
Cool.
Probably 2 of them. It's just the biggest thing is venue. And once we lock those venues in, I'd like to maybe like 50 spots, 25 open to the guys, first come, first serve, 25 to the public and do that. So yeah, that's like a huge goal for 26.
I think that's really cool, especially pairing it with like an already, like for the first one, like an already existing event. I feel like there's another hunting thing in like Minnesota. I had uncles that went to that because they'd get hunters to come out to the ranch. But yeah, that's really cool.
That is awesome. What are some of the most rewarding moments you've had as a coach? Is there like a story that sticks out to you?
Oh, I wish I had my phone. Yeah, I'd show you something. I really enjoy when the guys will post a story up on IG or whatever, and they're in their garage gym and they got their 2 baby girls with them. Like just like moving like 5-pound dumbbells.
Oh,
Because they're watching their daddy do his thing and then they want to join.
yeah.
Like I love that. That's huge for me. And then obviously the huge weight loss goals, those make me really happy.
Yeah.
Like I have a guy that is, I think he started at close to 370 and he's already down like 40 plus pounds in like 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And he just feels better. Like talking to him on the phone, you can tell that he's just like,
Happy.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's still like 330, but like, dude, it's not 370.
Yeah.
Like, and he knows that like, hey, this is working. He's excited. I can feel it when I talk to him. Like I can hear it in his tone of voice. Like he's just stoked.
Yeah.
So you're like changing his life
I'm changing his life.
and his health, like his heart health, like everything.
Legitimately, I'm helping. I'm not doing it. They do all the work. I just provide them what to do. They have to do the
Give
work.
them the outline. Yeah.
Yeah.
And accountability.
Right. But they have to do it. So like, it's all them. It's all them. And then when I got guys 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds down, the weight loss stories like make me so happy.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. Like their wives are happy, their kids are happy because now they're playing with them, and now they're being more intimate with their wife, and it's like that's freaking fantastic. Like that's what we want. So yeah, the weight loss stories and then the kids is like those make me so happy. I love when guys post videos of them and their kids are in the background. Like,
well, they're teaching their kids are little sponges. They're learning like good habits at such a young age.
And that's our job as men. Like, dude, you're the man of the house. Like, if you don't set the example underneath that roof, like, who's going to? Maybe your wife isn't taking care of herself, but if she feels you get out of bed every morning at 5 a.m. for 2 months straight, she's going to follow suit. She will. And that might be guilt, but who cares? It's going to work.
Or maybe it's the wife getting out at 5 a.m.
Maybe it is.
I mean, I get up at 5 or 5:30.
Maybe that's why they call me then.
Yeah.
Because they start to feel guilty because their wives are kicking their butts. Right?
Yeah.
That's great.
To have like both of them doing it. Yeah, I think that's really cool.
And then the kids see that too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at mommy and daddy. Like, you shouldn't be eating what your kids are eating, dude.
Yeah.
No, you're not eating the goldfish and the McDonald's Happy Meals. No.
The mac and cheese.
Like, make your wife an actual meal and feed the kids what the kids need to be fed.
Yeah.
But like, dude, we're not snacking on Cheez-Its.
No.
Come on. Like, I don't know.
That's funny. Well, Tyler, it's been so fun to have you on the podcast and hear your story. We'd like to ask a few rapid fire questions at the end of each of our episode, but we're going to take a moment and hear a message from a sponsor first. Thank you to Big Sky Economic Development for supporting The Vault at 201 North Broadway. Big Sky Economic Development is the community's economic development organization. BSED's mission is to sustain and grow our region's vibrant economy and outstanding quality of life by providing leadership and resources for business creation, expansion, retention, new business recruitment, workforce development, and community development. Learn more and connect with BSED at bigsky.economicdevelopment.org. Our first rapid fire question is, what's your go-to daily ritual or habit for health? Which we kind of talked about, but like one maybe you didn't mention.
Oh gosh, water.
Water.
Yeah, it's really that simple. I drink at least a gallon.
Any like special, just water?
Water.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
Oh my God. Go for it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Go for it. Why not you?
Why not you? I like that. So this plays a little bit into Kayla's question, but what advice would you give to someone thinking about starting their own business?
You can do it. Just start.
Just go.
That's the hardest part. That's going to be the hardest part in your first year or two of business is literally just starting it. Start the darn thing.
Start it.
Open up the business bank account, create the LLC. Now you're halfway there. Start it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So where can people connect with you? We talked a little bit about Instagram, but website, all of that, where can they find you?
Yeah, IG, just at Nock Performance, website, nockperformance.com. We don't do Facebook, TikTok, none of that stuff. So those are the two.
And how can people find your podcast? Are you on all the streaming
All of them.
sites?
Yeah,
And it's just Nock
YouTube, Apple,
Performance?
Spotify. Yep, Nock Performance podcast. It's all on there. So
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you
Tyler.
so
I
much.
appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Make sure you are subscribed to The Vault at 201 North Broadway, wherever you podcast, including YouTube.
Connect with us on Facebook at The Vault at 201 North Broadway and Instagram at TheVault_201.
Don't forget to visit us at thevault at 201.com and subscribe to our newsletter.
We will see you next time.
Bye.